Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Bug Discussions podcast, the channel, man. Yo, whatever you want to call it, it is the man, J. Coop, man, back with another episode of J. Coop's Clips. And in this episode, man, we're going to talk about this Detroit Pistons versus Los Angeles Clippers game that took place on Friday night, February 2nd. I want to talk a little bit about what I saw from this Los Angeles Clippers team, especially going up against not the highest level of competition, and what I saw and what we can take away from this game. So without further ado, man, let's get straight into it. I'm not going to lie, this was not the best game played by the Los Angeles Clippers, especially considering who they were going up against. The worst team in the league in the Detroit Pistons with the record of 6-42. Like I said, this team, they went down, early in the first, going down 6-20 against the Detroit Pistons. And they were just playing really slow from the start. You could just tell, you know what I'm saying? They looked tired, they looked old. They just looked like they need a little bit of energy, and that's exactly what they needed when Russell Westbrook came in around the 6 to 7 minute mark, and he got them their first points after going scoreless for about 3 minutes. He automatically got them a bucket. I think it was just a dump off pass to Mason Plumlee for like a layup or a dunk or something like that. So automatically when Russell came in, man, you automatically seen his impact in the game, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the Clippers didn't score for about 3 minutes. At that score of 6-20. It was about 3.5 minutes that they did not score. But as soon as Russell Westbrook came in, he made an impact automatically, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So you really love to see that. But yeah, he got a bucket for the Clippers right away, like I said, to Mason Plumlee. And yeah, man, Russell Westbrook actually ended up being one of the best players in this game. You know what I'm saying? He ended up finishing the game with 23 points. He had 3 rebounds, 9 assists on 10 of 13 shooting. So that's something you really like to see for Russell Westbrook. Just a really efficient game all around, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how many turnovers he had, but it was pretty minimal, you know what I'm saying? He was just doing everything for the Clippers. Like, I think it was in the first or second quarter, Cade Cunningham came into the game, was trying to pass out to the right corner, and Russell Westbrook was right there in the lane to grab the ball, go down the court, pass it to Paul George, I believe, and then Paul George passed it back for a slam dunk to Russell Westbrook. So he was just doing everything for us, you know what I'm saying? Running the transition, you know what I'm saying? Just doing everything that you'd expect Russell Westbrook to do, you know what I'm saying? Especially considering James Harden had a very, very rough night, man. James Harden ended up finishing the game with 4 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists on 1 of 10 shooting. So that's something for the Clippers that you would like to see change over the next couple of games, because James Harden has been in a little bit of a funk, you know what I'm saying, during this a little bit during this road trip that they're on. I think that this was their 5th game played during this road trip. I think they got 2 more, once against the Atlanta Hawks and then another one against the Miami Heat, you know what I'm saying? So that'll pretty much conclude the 7-game road trip for the Clippers. But yeah, man, at the half, the Clippers were leading 65-59. Kawhi had 21 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists on 7 of 9 shooting, and 4 of 4 from 3 4 of 4 of 3 at that point. And Bojan Bogdanovic was killing us last night at half. He had 15 points in 15 minutes. Did not miss a shot up until that point. So that's really something that you just got to tilt your hat to, man. Bojan Bogdanovic is a hooper. He's been a hooper ever since, even before the Utah days. So the fact that he was lighting us up like this, I really was not surprised, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But at the half, the Clippers were shooting 55% from the field to the 47% from the field for the Detroit Pistons. So honestly, man, the Detroit Pistons, this was probably one of the best games that they could have played all season, especially considering who they were going up against, one of the best teams in the NBA, in the Los Angeles Clippers. So yeah, man, that's just, it's something you got to tilt your hat to, man. I mean, obviously the Clippers probably could have stepped up on defense a little bit more, but at the same time, man, there's nothing you can do about shot making. You know what I'm saying? One of the bench players, I forgot dude's name, I'm not even gonna lie, but he was like 5 of 6 from 3, just tearing our ass up. I was like, bro, what the hell's going on? You know what I'm saying? But at the half, man, the Pistons had 21 rebounds compared to the Clippers' 18 rebounds. So that's something that I was noticing as well. Jalen Duren was just doing everything down there in the paint, you know what I'm saying, getting all them boards, them second chance opportunities. Jalen Duren, man, I really think he has a bright future in this league as one of the, maybe not like a top 15 big man in the league, but I think he could be a really impactful big, you know what I'm saying, in this league. So But in the third quarter, around the 9-minute mark, Kawhi Leonard, that's when he recorded his 6th three of the night, being 6 for 6 for 3 at that point. And he ended up finishing the game with 33 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on 12 of 17 shooting. So he only missed 5 shots the whole game, and he was also 6 of 8 from 3. So this is just really one of the most, efficient games I've probably seen from Kawhi all season. He had 33 points. He just did the shit effortlessly. It was right before halftime, I believe. He ended up going, it was either in the second quarter or the third quarter, but he ended up going 3 for 3, back-to-back threes. And I was just like, bro, there's no way you can guard this. You know what I'm saying? So, overall, this was probably not the best game you would like to see from the Los Angeles Clippers, but they ended up getting the job done. And as a championship caliber team, man, these are the type of games you have to pull out. You know what I'm saying? Because I say over the past couple years, a close game against the Detroit Pistons or another, bottom seed in the league, the Clippers probably would have struggled and end up losing that game. You know what I'm saying? Just because of a lack of focus and just because a lack of, seriousness. Like they just don't take the game serious. But this season has been a complete 180, like I said in my last episode of J. Coops Clips. And you see it with in just games against bigger teams, but even against games, in games against smaller teams, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, this isn't that much competition, but you guys still have to come out here and take care of business. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they did that, man, you just got to respect the Clippers because they definitely changed their approach to games like this than they did last season. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Clippers, man. I'm really satisfied with this win. I'm not going to lie. The only things I would like to see is James Harden step up a little bit more, and also Paul George, who I forgot to mention. Actually did struggle most of the game, but ended up having 10 points in the fourth quarter alone. And while Kawhi only had 2 points in the fourth quarter alone, but Kawhi ended up not playing that much. I think they pulled him a little bit earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, like I said, the only things I'd really like to see a little bit different next game is obviously James Harden not shoot a 1 of 10. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. And also Paul George, just being a little bit more efficient throughout the game instead of just directly. That's one thing I've noticed about Paul George is, especially this season, is just he'll light it up for a quarter or two and then just not score, the rest of the game type shit. But I will say he really did his thing yesterday in the fourth quarter when we needed some points down the stretch. The final score of this game ended up being 136 to 125 in favor of the Los Angeles Clippers. So yeah, man, that pretty much does wrap up this game against the Detroit Pistons, man. Like I said, they got 2 more games left on the road trip, so hopefully they can, finish the road trip out with a W, which would be nice. But yeah, man, this pretty much wraps up this video though. If you guys did enjoy this video, find it useful or informational in any type of way, man, I would appreciate if you guys left it a thumbs up. And if you guys have any different opinions than I had, be sure to leave them in the comments below, because I'm definitely curious to hear your guys' takes on the Los Angeles Clippers or anything basketball related. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
In the jungle like I'm Conan, kind of with both hands. Switch the flow like it was broken. I'm on the road, man, making plays just like DeRozan. I shoot my shot, and that shit wetter than the ocean. I brag a lot, but with the wind and come the boast in. I made a lot from them apartments that I sold, and he didn't make it up to college. So them streets where he enrolled in. I know I'm a scholar from the moments that I was exposed in.